What is up, you guys? It is your boy, Keep It Real. And I just want to start this off by saying I know you guys might disagree with what I got to say, but that is perfectly fine because we are all allowed to our opinions. But long time no see. Today's topic, okay, it's a little close to my heart because I grew up on gaming. And it's something that I don't necessarily feel too strongly about, but I do think that it's good to bring up every once in a while. But it is the fall of men in gaming. And it's not necessarily like that there's no men in games that are cool, because that's not true. I can't sit here and lie and say that like Spider-Man isn't a cool dude. But I gotta say, there's been a big shift, and if you pay attention, a lot of the guys people bring up are people from the past. It's not new characters being made that are taking up these roles. It's old characters that we've already established who they are. Okay, and that's perfectly fine to a certain degree, bro. But where's that lack of creativity? Does nobody know how to create a male in games anymore? Does nobody know how to make a good male protagonist? Where's the confidence to release a game? I mean, other than maybe Space Marine 2. I haven't really seen many games where the guy is just a guy. He's not fighting for something else other than what he has to worry about. And if you're like me, that's pretty much what sums up most of your life. You're not fighting for every single drama, every single internet beef. You're not fighting for that stuff. You got every day to work hard for. You got your family to feed. You got stuff to do. And I'm starting it off with Master Chief Olo. Okay? And I'm starting with Chief. All right? Because that boy came in strong. That boy was essentially an anchor to Xbox, propelled it into greatness, and still to this day, doesn't matter where you go, whether it's Comic-Con, where you go to anime conventions, Anime Expo, you're going to see at least one Master Chief, one Solid Snake, maybe a Kratos, always a Witcher, Geralt. You're always going to see one, and there's a reason. So, we got Master Chief, and I just want to play a little clip. Every time I talk about a dude, I'm going to bring a clip to talk about it. Right here.
Your architecture isn't much different from the Autumn's.
Don't get any funny ideas.
If you are unwilling to help, I will simply find another. Still, I must have the index. Give your construct to me, or I will be forced to take her from you.
That's not going to happen.
Done. I don't even gotta play that the whole way, bro. I don't even gotta play it the whole way. Because you know what I'm trying to point out at. Look at Marcus Phoenix. Another Xbox boy. I mean, it's not really just for Xbox anymore, but this is another staple. Bro, if you had a 360, it was Chief and Marcus every day. Every day, back to back, every other year. These are the two guys that would come out and you'd be like, oh my God, he's gonna kill. He's gonna eat good. Okay? Now, I'm not saying any guy has to be a specific way. But if you're a bro or you like these characters, you know why you like them. And it's not because they're saying sorry. It's not because it's about forgiving and not getting revenge. It's about the opposite. It's about the opposite. Look at this clip right here.
I knew you'd make it, Marcus. Okay, Griffin, we got your goddamn fuel. We're done. You're done?
Chill, Marcus. Why you coming in hot like that?
They're fucking dead. My people are all dead. We survived hammer strikes, the grubs, the whole damn war, and then you show up and I lose fucking everybody. You fucking cod bastards. Everywhere you go, everything you do, it's always nothing but death, pain, and miseries. You piece of shit motherfucker. I just lost my fucking brother, all right? You hear that? My brother. You and your tower and all this fucking emotion can go to hell.
Oh, and you know that hurts. You know he was saying that with his chest. You just know he was, look at the next side we're talking about. And you know why these characters are staples. You know why they can't get rid of them. And the one time they try to get rid of one of the staples, it caused a bunch of backlash. It's okay to create new characters and introduce new perspectives. Bro, it's cool if the main character's forgiving. I like Kratos in the new games. He got a son and he watches over his son and he forgives. And he has patience. But you can't tell me that this didn't do something to you when you logged into this game.
What will you do, father?
All these years of pent-up anger.
You can no longer hide behind the skirts of Athena.
Athena is dead because of the rage that consumes you, Kratos. What more will you destroy?
The hands of death could not defeat me. The sisters of fate could not hold me. And you will not see the end of this day. I will have my revenge!
Excellent child! I will tolerate your insolence no more!
Goosebumps! Goosebumps! You will not see the end of this day. It don't even matter. In that moment, if Kratos lost, that scene would still go crazy. Because even though on his path of revenge, he lost plenty, he still would not give up. And to that extent, it showed his faults. And the new games highlight that, and that's cool to me. But you know what? I haven't had a new IP. I haven't had a new character that strikes me like these men. None. Every once in a while, bro, like when I logged into Space Marine 2, this mission right here, we ain't even gotta finish that clip. Bro, that man is holding the line with a flag, bro. Each one of these characters has something in common. Each single one. They got a goal. They commit to the goal. People are gonna try to talk you out of that goal. But every single time you wake up, you gotta fight for that. And I'm gonna show you what I mean. It don't gotta be muscles. It doesn't have to be anger. This man right here, Link, he's one of the most masculine characters in gaming, period. And you know why? Just like Mario. No matter what demon he's faced, no matter what enemy comes his way, no matter what mountain he has to climb, he's gonna climb it. He might lose. He gonna climb it. And he gonna climb it the next day. He might be weak, too weak one day, but he won't be weak the last. This is why this character's famous, bro. Yeah, sure, people like to point out that he might have some feminine features. That don't matter. That's not the topic of conversation. It's not about how they look. It's about how they behave. It's about the words they say. Shoot, Link is a man of almost no words. But when he does talk, it's necessary. Resident Evil. You guys already know who I'm talking about. When I pulled up Resident Evil, that's the impact I'm talking about. That's what we need more of. I need you guys to say a franchise and I already know who you're talking about. I shouldn't have to think too hard to think about a memorable character. No. These are characters that are staples, bro. And they don't disappear. Because when they came out, they influenced generations. And you think it's just because they kill people? You think it's just because they're strong? Don't get lost in the sauce of opinions. The facts are there. They got goals and they don't give it up. And that's why a ton of people enjoy video games, bro. We miss that. We need more of that. We need so much more of that. We need people that have the confidence to fight. Confidence to reach above. We need more men in games. And I know that might be a subjective term to you, but it isn't to me.
I received special training via a secret organization working under the direct control of the president. I was to assume the responsibility of protecting the new president's family.
Cornel, why am I the one who always gets the short end of the stick?
Yo, who are you really? Come on and tell us. You are a long way from home, cowboy. You have my sympathies.
Guess that's a local's way of breaking the ice. Anyway, you know what this is all about. My assignment is to search for the president's missing daughter.
What? All by yourself?
I'm sure you boys didn't just...
Gonna end it right there because he does do it by himself. I mean, beside Louise, man, he's got that. He can fight a chainsaw with a knife. Now, on the contrast side of what I'm talking about, look, before you say something about the comments about me being specific about what they look like, bro, I can assure you, I'm not the most handsome individual in the world. Let alone I don't have a ton of muscle. It's not a thing about me wanting to put myself into these games. It's about that feeling you feel when you watch somebody do something that you think is impossible. When we see this in games, bro, when a guy just logs into a game after a hard day of work, man, even if your work isn't hard, and you see this character fight day in and day out, even as a girl, bro, when you log into a game and you're watching the main character of that game fight every single day to the nail, bro, you can't tell me that doesn't do something to you. Ghost of Tsushima. Come on, man. Wake up. Wake up. This is a dream. Don't let them feed you these lies about needing to be this way or that way. No, what we need is people that have the confidence to lead. We need to have more men in games that are confident enough to lead. Because that is how we personify ourselves. That is what we invoke ourselves around. You know what they always say about what you surround yourself with is how you behave. In this case, I believe it's true. I believe the media we consume has a big thing to do with how you are, your personality is and develops. Just take a look at this. And again, before you start attacking this character's looks and why I'm talking about it, it's not about how he looks like. I'll get to it when he starts talking.
Okay. Let's do it. What do I think about heroes? Well, we've all seen them, haven't we? Swanning about the place with their disproportionate...
Okay. So you see how this character is introduced. He's going to be a main character in this game. They create this feeling of not necessarily lightheartedness, but almost as if he's important, but he's important to be laughed at, if that makes sense. It's not because of his look, it's the way he behaves when he's answering a question. I mean, this is some type of humor. I'm not too sure what type of humor, but I personally just think that it's lost in translation because it's not a joke. I mean, it's lighthearted and that's cool because Fable does have some dark stuff. Regardless of if you've never played Fable, if you go look up some stuff in Fable 1 and 2 are pretty dark, even 3. But this character right here, and nobody's feeling that. Nobody's feeling that. Because the way he carries himself doesn't make any sense. Then he's talking about the hero, and it's the most basic person. And I know they're trying to personify the player. They're trying to give you like that outlook of, wow, I can be that hero too. Bro, anybody can be a hero. You don't need a game to tell you that. If you need a game to tell you that, bro, it's not going to work. If you need to put yourself in the game to feel like a hero, bro, it's almost like a stop. Because the real world is meant to be lived. Games are meant to be experienced. You can live in a world, bro, of course. Maybe if you play like some Sims or RPGs, maybe you get into it really good. But you know what? The moment that logs off, you're on your own, bro. That's what I'm talking about here. This character is never going to leave you with that impact. This character is not going to leave you thinking about you. We need more games that make you think about how you could be better. Not about how you're bad. Not about what you aren't. It's about what you could be, bro. Look at High Guard. Just came out a few weeks ago. Top peak 22 days ago. 97,000 people played this game. I'm sure a lot of people walked into it hopeful. None of the characters in this game are people that are going to leave an impact. If your characters are not, if your male and female characters can't provide with the impact enough for me to carry you into the next day, I'm going to forget about your game. Your game's just unimportant at that point. And I hate to be that type of guy because I know you guys work hard, but if your character isn't somebody who people wish to be, your character's dead on arrival. Your game is dead on arrival. Look at Dragon Age the Veilguard. Right after the Veilguard, look at what happened at EA. It's just bad news all around. This studio lost so many people. It doesn't mean that they didn't work hard. It just means that they didn't stick to the landing. You can't make a fantasy game and swoop over the head of most of your fans. You don't even have a single male character in this game that's recognizable or memorable. It just doesn't make sense. The most memorable character in this game stirred up so much drama. That's not the outlook that games should have. Games are, again, meant to be experienced. Look at this mass difference. 17 months ago. Look at the release dates. This is free. This came out in January 2026. This came out in 2024. It's still beating it on a daily basis. And I know it has a multiplayer, but it isn't free. It isn't free. There's more people in this game from 2 years ago. Look at God of War. The first one. Not Ragnarok. The first one. Look at this. Yeah, it has a less all-time peak. It's also not free. Players. This is what matters. Players matter. The guys playing your game matter. This is who you need to pay attention to. You know, The Last of Us? You guys remember the controversy with Last of Us 2? Look at the all-time peaks. Sure, there's higher in some numbers. Look at the reviews. 97K to 44K. Look, it's not necessarily about, I honestly don't think Last of Us 2 is that bad. I honestly like it a lot. I just think that when you have a character like Joel that loses his daughter and every single day is a fight, you get that some group of people that their life isn't easy. These games right now, like the new Fable, I feel like the people live on easy mode. I feel like they don't know what it means to struggle. These characters struggle. These characters struggle. They don't have it easy. These characters right here are people you guys remember. Don't ever stop supporting these characters because they are what make games good. There are so many more I could name, but you guys are already probably thinking in your head, man, there's a lot. And you know what, man? When games like this keep coming out, I will continue to support them. Because I believe that games lack memorable men. I think they do. Females have their own games. I know they do. And I'm not talking Sims. I'm talking female protagonists have their own games. And there's plenty. This is not a sexism thing. This is about me and other guys. We want men. We want more characters that have to fight. Because if everybody lives on easy mode, it's not an experience. Shoot, they try to be so relatable with that Fable character that it's not relatable. Because most of your average dudes aren't living like that. They're not growing vegetables in their garden. Yeah, some of them. I can't lie. I like to do it too. But it's not all men that hop on a video game. That's not their escape. Most of the time, that's real life. Take games back to what they used to be. The main character is the main character. It's not about the side characters. And the male protagonist in your game should never feel like he's secondary. With all that being said, I know it's not necessarily the most lighthearted topic, but I do believe that the topic stands for more than just what I believe. Because I think the same thing about women in games too. There's no reason Lara Croft should ever be a weak character. And there's no reason she should ever give up on her goals. But personally, I want more guys up in here. I want more games where the male protagonist isn't scared of things, doesn't second guess himself, and doesn't conflict with the guys he calls his brother. And I know there's arguments, but man, this is gonna be such a massive shift in games, because every single game that lacks this has the tendency to fail. And there's more to the games than just the way they look. The tone, the voice lines, everything. All is a culmination of goals and motivations that are beyond oneself. It's like that in real life. It might not seem like that, but we are a collective unit. And we got to work together. See you guys. Peace out. Don't forget to like and subscribe.